I must thank our community members for the support through social media, also the media yourself here today helping us get the message out to take a violent felon off the streets of our region. So thank you.
Wasson Asayi, the escaped accused serial bank robber who was running loose in Northern Virginia, was spotted and caught in the district just before noon. This is a complicated and complex story that began at a Nova Fairfax hospital about 3 this morning. It moved through the Fairfax and Annandale suburbs nearby and ended in Southeast just before noon. Good to have you with us. We have been following the escape, the pursuit, and the capture for you all this day. We're continuing to work the angles with a small army of reporters and photographers. Our coverage this time begins with our Northern Virginia Bureau Chief, Jeff Goldberg, who is standing by for us live in Annandale to show us big picture how all this unfolded. It's an amazing story, Jeff.
Truly amazing, Dave. Law enforcement officials wrapping up a press briefing just after noon this afternoon after was a dizzying and scary morning in Fairfax County, which ended up, thankfully, with the arrest of Wasson Asayi in Southeast Washington. Now, here is how it all started. 3 a.m. this morning at a Nova Fairfax hospital, Asayi under observation after attempting suicide in the Alexandria jail a few days ago. He was able to get loose from shackles and somehow take the gun of a female private security contractor officer watching over him. Now, the male security officer was able to fire a shot at Asahi's direction, but no one was hit, using the female officer as a shield. Asahi was able to escape the hospital through a stairwell with the gun. He later made his way into the trunk of a car nearby. Now, the car's owner got in the car to drive to work and was shocked to find at some point Asahi in the car kicking the back seat in from the trunk. Asahi reportedly carjacked the vehicle, the woman thankfully getting out with only minor injuries. As an intense search spread across Annandale, police say that Asahi later dumped the first vehicle, was on foot for a little while, and then stole another car from residents on Cherry Lane in Annandale. Then somehow, hours later, Asahi was spotted by a member of the public and arrested in Southeast Washington. Many questions still remain about how exactly he got loose from shackles, with 2 security officers standing watch.
2 people should be able to certainly guard a prisoner securely. What we're investigating right now is what his shackles, were they loosened, were they not on, was something not followed. So that's currently under investigation.
And the U.S. Marshal saying that after this incident, procedures will most definitely be reviewed to see if any changes are necessary. Police saying there are still so many questions that they are investigating in terms of what Asahi allegedly said and did during the time that he was on the run, and exactly how he ended up in Fairfax County, in Southeast Washington from Fairfax County. Again, so much more to look into in this case. We're going to be following it, of course, throughout the afternoon and have updates for you on later editions of News Channel 8. Until then, live in Annandale, Jeff Goldberg, News Channel 8.
Jeff, thanks. This is truly an onion with many, many layers to it that we're continuing to unpeel. Well, it was, as Jeff said, an observant citizen who spotted Asayi on board a Metro bus. He called 911, and when the escaped bank robber got off, the MPD was there to nab him. Reporter Diane Cho took this picture nearby in Ives Place in Southeast. That's close by Friendship Public Charter School's Chamberlain campus, which is where Asayi dumped that second stolen vehicle. Stephen Cheetah gets us caught up from the scene where the suspect was arrested.
Yeah, it was here at this intersection shortly after 11 this morning that this search came to a conclusion, right here at the intersections of Pennsylvania, Minnesota, and 25th Street Southeast. It was here that a Metro passenger recognized Wasson Asayi on that bus, called 911 within moments of him getting off of the bus. It was right here where D.C. police captured him and threw him into a police cruiser. Now, we arrived on the scene shortly thereafter. When we got here, we talked with a woman. She said Asayi appeared to be somewhat disoriented in the seconds before he was apprehended. She also said he was wearing street clothes. He was not in this hospital gown. Obviously, that raises some questions as to how he would have acquired street clothing. Another factor, the 911 call came from that Metro passenger. A lot of people curious to find out how that passenger was able to spot Asayi so easily, and of course have the presence of mind to call 911 so quickly to bring this incident, which struck fear into so many people across the metro area, to an end after a 8-hour plus search. Stephen Cheetah, News Channel 8.
Stephen, thank you. And just to update the story that we've been following for you all this day, that escaped inmate, Wilson Asayi, back in police custody, arrested there by where Stephen was reporting in the district. He escaped the Fairfax Nova Hospital about 3 this morning, overpowering a contract security guard. The chase lasted until just before noon. For a long time, there was a very heavy police presence in Annandale, where it was thought that Asayi was involved in at least 2 carjackings. The neighborhood on virtual lockdown for several hours. Fairfax police have the gun that was taken from the security guard. And of course, they also have Asayi in custody, already due in court in Alexandria for a magistrate's appearance set for less than an hour this afternoon.